Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is SKTV coming to you live from Phoenix, Arizona. My name is Sekou Kenneth. Today with me is my colleague Johnson Mebon Kula. Mebon, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. How you doing?
Well, again, I'm grateful. Thank God to see the last day in the 7th month. It have to be God, like the songwriter would say. So indeed, I'm grateful. Thank God. And how are you? I'm seeing you like someone who, should I say, just coming from maybe from on that special occasion,
No,
or
no,
you are getting ready for that special occasion.
no, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good to be here. It's always good to be alive. And I want to say thank you to you, to the Truth FM family, and to many followers and well wishers on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, on the radio. I want to say thank you to all of you for what you do, for all you do for SKTV. I want to encourage each and every one of you to go ahead and share the show. So today is going to be open mic. It means that everything on the table, because we have a lot of issues to discuss, and we don't want to limit ourselves or our, followers or fans as to what to talk about today. So we open the mic for everybody. And maybe we'll get ready today. Say open mic, it means that our people,
Yes, indeed, we're going to give the platform to them.
yeah, the people will they will take advantage of that and tell us exactly what's going on in their corner, in their community, in their cities, in their county, and in the country or anything around the world. But it's a good thing to be here. I want to say thank you to everybody. I want to encourage all of our people to share the show. Uh, it's very important. It's very important to share the show. Trust me. So, Melbourne, while we
Mhm.
uh, what is going on in Liberia and what's going on with you, your family, and everybody at Truth FM?
Well, so again, let me just start with him. 2FM, we are doing great. And let me say thanks to the CEO, like ability for holding on, making sure that everything goes well. Because mind you, to run a media institution is not easy in Liberia, especially where sometimes you see that.
And anyway, not easy. Trust me. So it's a big.
Thank you. Yeah, indeed, you are right. It's, especially a station like 2FM, where you are not getting government attentions, no businesses, coming your way. Sometimes you struggle a lot. So again, but thanks to the team, thanks to Lai, like I said, and the entire work folks for making everything possible that at least we are on every time the work folk come to work, make sure that at least Liberian people get all of the best information. So when it comes to my end, as usual, I'm good. No matter what happened, and like you said, we are always on the door of our people or their favorite homes to make sure that we give them all of the information. So I'm great. Thank God for life. And to the last question as to what happening in Liberia, like yesterday I said, indeed Liberia is just another uh, country now where every day the news story, if not the other story will come, and the story just keep piling up back to back. Like we don't even know now which one to even target. Even up to now, we are yet to even discuss the July 26 budget as to how much we use. But again, there are so many things. So let me just go straight to the latest. The latest have to do with the former president or the ex-president Weah. In fact, George Manuel Weah, and he said on today during his press conference that the Bouaka government is supporting legal system risks fomenting chaos. He said, in fact, they will not sit down and allow the uniparty government to take maybe take laws into their own hand to illegally persecute they are government or former government officials, so they're going to resist that politically, and they are also, or in fact, CDC going to use the judicial system or the legal system, but any other thing that had to do with political stuff, they're going to use that. So the ex-president had about 15 to 20 minutes press conference, and that was done, and there was mixed reaction to that. We saw sedition. Also, they were like marching today. Also, I think from somewhere around the Congo Time Belt to go to the party headquarters also on today. So I think there are mixed reactions after the former president or spoke this afternoon. He said a lot of things. So it's like, in fact, he giving more arms now to seditions or more strength, some would say. He not energized them. So there are a lot of mixed reactions also on the social media. Seditions are all gearing up, and they're saying they will not sit down and allow the Burger-led government to illegally do things to them. So again, with the latest news also coming from the central bank, we are hearing that the president of Liberia, His Excellency Joseph Yuma Bwaka, has appointed, coming quickly, so has appointed Henry Samoa as the next central bank governor or acting central bank governor for now. So he will be acting in place of the suspended central bank governor Talu. So for now, these are some of the latest news that we are getting in Liberia that are trending. So far so good. Any other news as we go along, we're going to tell you.
Who is that?
No, my own boss, Christopher Sally.
Ah. I said, well,
Yes,
who
he
trying to attack,
jovious.
who trying to attack my ball over there?
He jovious. You know, yeah, they got, I don't know if you do. But anyway, that's good. So these are the happening, Seku, and our follower, our viewer. But please, we want you to share the show so that other two can also follow. Please, we are appealing to you. Thank you so much.
Wow, that's good to know. Thank you so much, Mabon. So I briefly listened to former President George Weah, and I was also reading some of the comments under there. It was quite interesting. But sometimes we just have to respect people for who they are, regardless. And you got to give it to everybody, where they are gifted. You also have to consider everybody where they have them in their shortcoming.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so when I listen to the president today, it was like it kind of reminded me of his presidency, especially from the beginning of his leadership, where he, when giving speeches, where he struggled with reading the speech. He'll be making some error with the pronunciation of the words on there. If you focus on that, you're not going to get the message that he's trying to, convey. But if you focus on the substance of the speech, then it will make sense to you.
Mm-hmm.
So listening to the CDC today, um, it also sometimes solidify what we have been saying as a country. Like it or not, CDC and the Unity Party are the two major parties in Liberia. And like it or not, as we speak, CDC also remains the, the most active and energetic opposition at this point. You may not like the delivery of the speech, you may not be inspired by the phonetic aspects of the person who is delivering the message, but the energy, the idea, the fact that they are ready to take on the government, you should give it to them. You know, since the election, we haven't heard much from Moluba and Tiawan Gonglopa. He was off and on, flip flopping whether you're going to support or not going to support the government. And we haven't heard much from Komis and his party. And all the other 19 other or 24 other parties that were there, they have all disappeared because the purpose of many people, many Liberians engaging in political activities in Liberia, most of them do it because they want to be recognized politically. They want to be on the spotlight. And they want to use that as a conduit to somehow get job from whosoever, wins the presidency. I haven't heard anything from Jeremiah Wapo. I haven't heard anything from Lusuni Kamara. Where is the parties that were involved? And miss everything going on in the country, everything that is going on in Liberia, whether it is the daylight corruption, whether it is gross incompetence displayed by the president, the current president, Joseph Boakai, breaking the laws, one corruption scandal after another. So for the CDC to have come out today, for the president to come out and make, to make their presence felt, that was very, very good. My only advice to the CDC would be, and Weah did that actually, that is not to operate in isolation. If CDC continue to do anything that they are doing, they let it incorporate or encourage other political parties to be a part. That will give them some facelift. If they're going to do it just as CDC, they have very, very limited credibility. They will not have many listening ears. CDC will listen, but if they want to have the country's ears, let them, widen their reach. It is unquestionable that they are the biggest and the most active political opposition political party in Liberia right now. Where is the Liberty Party? Where is the ANC? They are nowhere to be found. the people destroying our country, the people stealing our money on a daily basis, and the corruption is at the highest level. Nobody here, nobody there to actually, you know, take on the government. Only regular people, some media entities, some journalists, some advocates, because they love the country, they hate to see the country being destroyed by a handful of people. But the political parties to stand up and say, no, this is not good. Somebody will say, well, CDC is doing it because they have started arresting CDC, but that's not the only time we've seen the CDC. CDC, if we have other credible or energetic political parties in Liberia,
Vibrant.
believe me, CDC will have been in coma. Because why? CDC just got out of power because of their decimal performance. They did not perform good. They didn't do well for Liberia. In any other countries, CDC, out of shame, they will have been in coma right now because they were given the opportunity. They misused it. They didn't do well. But the reason why CDC has the courage to do what they are doing right now is because we have no other opposition in the country. And to their credit, they did what they're supposed to do. But if they want to be, consider, they should make sure they incorporate other people, other political parties, so that people will not see that just as CDC, but people will see them as the opposition bloc. CDC by herself, a lot of people will not take it seriously, even outsider, even people who are not Liberian, because they know that you were just in power. You could not even perform or convince the people to get a second term. It means that you fail miserably. So it's the right step in the right direction, but you must incorporate other people so that it can look like opposition. So it can be just be like a formal government. Because most of the people, most of the actors, whether they're the president, whether Alcala Gray or whether Jefferson Koji, they all perform so badly. Moses Alcala Gray, Jefferson Koji, Moluba Molu, who is not part of it anymore, McGill, almost everybody in the CDC government, and they didn't perform well. The reason why you even have a facelift right now, you have the opportunity to say something right now because this other government is worse than the CDC. But if you want to engage the Liberian people, want Liberian people to take it seriously, don't just limit yourself to being a CDC. Be the opposition bloc where you have other opposition political party involved. Don't worry about the BB names. If the ANC does not exist no more, don't worry about them. If Liberty Party does not exist, don't worry about Liberty Party. But there are other parties there. Call them, let them be a part. In fact, other people, got some new faces. Other criminal in road and are already, I've already stolen from the Liberian people. People know you to be a bunch of crooks and, who are angry because they were removed from power. They're going to say you guys are desperate, to come to power back. That's why, but you're not in it for the Liberian people. So get some new faces. Even as CDC, recruit some people who get some level of credibility or who doesn't
integrity. Yes, integrity, rebrand.
Yeah, you can rebrand your party. So Joe Weah can still remain, the whatever you want him to be, but Joe Weah is still going to be Joe Weah. That's just somebody who is now a Liberian who is not used to following Liberian politics, go listen to Joe Weah today, they'll be disappointed. Who is here talking? This is a former president, struggle with everything to read a little, few minutes of speech. That was so disappointing. But that's Joe. That's who Joe Weah is. Joe Weah not going to be anything else. But give it to him or take it from him. Joe Weah still has some relevance when it comes to Liberian politics. He has some supporters. He has some loyal followers. No matter what happened, they will still follow George Weah. But you have to encourage other people, get some new faces, get other political parties to be involved with you, so that people can, give you some respect and attention. President Monk, welcome, my man. How you doing?
Not much. I'm doing great. Thank God for life. Thank God for another day. I wanted to take today off, even though I was busy. I wanted to protest today because yesterday our operational fundraiser never hit the target. And that's SKTV subscription services and our licenses and all the stuff. So on Friday, I will carry to 50. That's 1 out of every 10 because we got like 500 people from what I can see from my screen with just chime in with just $20. 1 out of every 10. So yesterday we had 2 persons that donated to the cause, which is very, very unacceptable. But I like, you know what? I know my people, they always show face at certain points. Sometimes maybe they are donor fatigue, but I know they will show up. So Friday it's not 30. We will go for 10, and it will be at least 50 to make up for our missed target for yesterday. So, but we'll always be here. We try our best to be here no matter what. Even though some days can be tough, we don't hit our target. But I trust SKTV people when we say fundraiser effort, especially for our guys back home and the operations here. So we okay. I'm here. Thank God. Another day.
Thank you. So yeah, Monk, I don't know. Maybe what happened again?
Like,
Because whenever you open your line, then my voice being, echoing. I don't know.
really? Really?
Repeat
Oh,
that
sorry,
thing.
sorry,
You gotta
sorry,
repeat.
sorry. I saw it. I was going out, so I needed to increase to be monitoring outside. But anyway, it's okay. I'm sorry. Yeah. So, you want to come to me, or you do? Or you go back to mom?
Yeah, I want to go back to Monday. I'll come back to you.
Okay.
I wanted to ask Mom, what do you make of the press conference today? It was not even a press conference because what I saw was just the president giving speech, and then after that he just walked away. I don't know whether he took questions because I didn't follow up that part. But what I saw today was just the president reading from what Akala Graydon been saying and what they've been reading, but they wanted to hear it from the president himself, the former president. And as usual, he said it the way he usually does his things. But that's George Weah. But Mom, what do you make of it? And do you think it really it's going to move needle?
I don't think so. The president is crying wolf because he believes the wars are closing. I said it yesterday. You see, every time we read from an article, we always give credit. I told you and Steve on so many occasions. I said the reason we discuss certain topic here because we don't put politics ahead of national issue. And when you follow the Liberian political landscape, every time we discuss something on the show within 48 hours, either a political leader or somebody will re-echo that sentiment. But they never give SKTV the credit. We told you about this whole idea about George Weah believing that the justice system is being weaponized against him. Because I listened to the speech itself, then I read the transcript. I know what he was trying to say. Well, George Weah is saying that I was one of those that helped to bring peace in this country. I helped to disarm child soldier. I turned up the presidency before the official result were announced. So I should be immune from prosecution. That's exactly what he said. And he believed Joseph Boaga is guilty of the same crime that his administration committed. He named them one by one. That you are politicizing political institutions, you are pushing all against the wall, you are pushing up to the limit. In worst case scenario, you are fomenting chaos. So in the worst case or the worst instance, you could bring a crisis in this country or in the name of trying to investigate me. Because when you read the speech, he listed some of the things. He talked about the excessive use of force against the citizen, which he himself did. He talked about the non prosecution of election related death. But Georgia, when auditors were dying, you never talk about that either. He talked about the total disregard for the tenure position. He himself did that. He talked about the broad day violation of procurement law. He himself did that. So he's literally saying Joseph Boaga is guilty of the same crime that I committed, but in the name of peace, he shouldn't prosecute me. And if he tried to prosecute me, he could push the country further into chaos. That's exactly what he said. Because there was a direct quote. One of the quote that he made, he said, CDC will bring the full force of its political resources to bear against any attempt by Boaga to weaponize the justice system of our country to witch hunt key officials. My brother, that's not what you call witch hunt. It might look like witch hunt to you, but once they are using the proper procedure, they went through an audit, they're sending you to court. Or witch hunt means you are in a military court or kangaroo's court and somebody trying to play politics using a puppet screen pulling from the back. So I keep saying it. There is a moral argument and there is a political argument. Joseph Boaga is going to win the political argument because Georgia, I keep telling you guys on the show, every time we discuss the future of Liberia, when we mention Georgia and Joseph Boaga, it's a loss for Liberia because they are no different. They are one of the same. And the funny thing about sedition, you want to tell the ruling party at the moment how to go about prosecuting cases. Even the Supreme Court of America, they cherry pick cases. That's why when you are given power, you use the full weight of your power. You cannot tell Joseph Boaga how to weight every case or how to do how to call the investigation. He said, one of the statements he made in his speech was, I was the one that gave the LCC prosecutorial power, so you cannot cherry pick from the GSC audit. My brother, it's Joseph Boaga that is in power. He's the one that will decide. He's the commander in chief. And matter of fact, he's using the justice system. In as much that I cannot agree with Joseph Boaga on the political front, on the political side of things, Joseph Boaga is going to win this battle because people will believe he's doing the right thing. And one thing George Weah said from our show that he re-echoed, he said Joseph Boaga is trying to shift the focus from him to the past government. That one he got right, and in total agreement, there is nothing but a total distraction as well. But I cannot be here saying that, oh, I want accountability. I want for people to be held accountable and at the same time criticizing Joseph Boaga for exercising accountability. So I will keep saying it. From the moral argument, Joseph Boaga is a loser, but from the political argument, he's going to win this fight. And Georgia cannot be the one talking about accountability and abusing tenure position because he and Joseph Boaga are guilty of the same crime. I'll stop there for now, Mr. Connor.
So, Mabel, who do you think George Weah's speech will resonate with? The Liberian people or just sedition?
Well, so again, let me say to my brother Monk, I side with him. On the other side, where in fact he talk about Joseph Boaga politically, or maybe when it comes to how things going to end. But let me be frank. When it comes to so many situations that are ongoing, I can tell you for free that if the government don't handle the case, or all of the cases that are coming, mind you, it's not only about those former government officials that were sent to prison. I think that the president, or maybe the former president, talk about no. He talk about the rule of law, the way things are going, and so forth. So there are other people out there who are not sedition. They are not Unity Party or supporter, but they are Liberian and they believe in the rule of law. That those people that were taken out of jobs, mind you, yesterday we witnessed another lady yesterday that were on the car, and there are so many things happening. Even yesterday, the central bank governor was suspended, and today another person was appointed as acting governor. So if you don't play your card well, President Monk, to that politics issue they talk about, I know how Liberia politics run. And when you are into governance, your chances of losing political relevance is very slim, except when you do the right thing. But if you start to pick and choose, start to or maybe overshadow other cases and just go for other cases, you may likely lose the battle. So I think if If
So
President, yeah.
you didn't answer my question yet. So we listened to George Weah today. Who do you think going to take George Weah's speech seriously? All the Liberian people, or just maybe CDC?
So
It's
far,
coming
so
from.
good. I think the whole speech after that time, people will not talk about it for a few times. That's just the end. Maybe that the media will be talking about it. But I think the only thing in our speech is all about energizing citizens, like I said. It's almost like maybe telling citizens that yes, indeed, we are alive. And now, anytime, maybe when they want to step on our toes, or maybe we'll be able to maybe organize protests, or maybe to do other things. So I think it's all about sedition. Let me be frank. It's all about sedition.
So, Mark, given what we heard from George Weah, you think it will make sense to a lot of other people if this was coming from other political leader, opposition political parties, rather than the CDC?
For sure. And that's the moral equivalence that Georgia is trying to play.
And where are they?
I don't know what they are waiting for. They will come.
Do
So
do we,
Georgia will keep filling the gap for now, filling the blank.
do
They say in the
we,
absence of the capable, the incapable become capable, right?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So because sometimes what you do, people judge you, you know, based on your past, whatever you're going to say about the future, and you just outline some of the things that George will talk about that he himself is guilty of. But if this was coming from somebody else, like other political parties that never been in power or that were not in power for the past, 24 year, 12 or 24-year combined, or 20, or 18 years, it will have
Yeah.
resonated with people, for the most part. But you think, George, we are that if they want to be taken seriously, they should work with other political parties and even elevate some of them, you know, to the spotlight. If having CDC backing, I think that would give them some facelift as opposed to continuing to carry some of the old faces that are considered in the country as bunch of corrupt criminals, and because they did a lot of things, in Liberia to the Liberian people. Not because Joseph Boakai is proceeding wrongly, that doesn't make CDC right.
Yes.
So you think elevating other people or recruiting more people with some level of integrity or somehow some trust will help them, with their case against Joseph Boakai?
CDC always established there as a talking point, even when they were in power. In the minds of sedition in Georgia, that when you are asking for accountability, it means you are trying to bring about war. You are trying to destabilize the peace. It was the very same argument they make against the Save the State protest. There is nowhere on the planet or anywhere in the history of Liberia that a sitting government staged or counter protest against the protester. Because by then, like I said, if Georgia had just listened to the COP recommendation, those 14 bullet points, the petition, if he had implemented just half of it, by now he would have been president, even to a second term. But in his word, he thought it was the opposition. He didn't see he never saw the pros or the advantages in those so-called recommendations that he called a petition from the COP at the time that Henry Costa led. Whether it was firing Samuel Twer, whether it was about taking the legacy note off the market before printing additional money and putting it into the economy. No, he didn't care. But that was the saving grace for his administration. Like someone gave you a bunch of ideas on a silver platter and just hand it to you. But he didn't see it that way. Now you want to tell the Liberian people that persecuting your official means that they're trying to destabilize the country. That's a lie. The energy, the time you'll be taking to talk about witch hunt, you might as well be looking for some of the best lawyers to defend you in court. Because at the end of the day, we're talking about the legal process. Yeah. And like I said, Joseph Boakai is going using the right channels and procedure. So you cannot call it a witch hunt. I understand the moral argument from Georgia. You committed the same crime that I committed, but you cannot be cherry picking. Georgia, you cherry pick. Of all the criminals that were in your administration, who you choose to parade in the street of Morovia? Milton Weeks and Charles Salif. What you thought that was? You think it was not political? So who are you to tell Joseph Boga which case to prioritize? Now, I want fairness, I want justice, but at the end of the day, that's just how the system works. So rather than Georgia wasting your energy and the time claiming that people trying to bring war to the country because of what he been saying, every time you want protest in Liberia, they trying to bring war. I don't know where in the world protest bring war. Now, he's literally saying the same thing. You cannot come after me. I never resisted stealing power. I never imposed myself to Liberian people by saying I'm rigging an election. Matter of fact, I was one of those that helped to disarm child soldier. So based on the presenting situation in Liberia and current circumstances, you cannot come after me because we want to maintain peace in the country. But if you come after me, then we'll bring war. That's exactly what that speech meant. I read every single line of the transcript, and that's, you know, when you go to an occasion circle and people are singing a song, right? There is something in the song they call the chorus, chorus. That's the part you can repeat 3 or 4 times in the song. All the other sentences that will be put in that song, it only go back to reaffirm the chorus. That's why they call it the chorus. All Georgia is literally saying, don't come after me. We are all guilty of the same crime. You are now a moralist. You cannot be the one to tell the Liberian people that you're in favor of transparency and accountability when you find you are almost as a criminal as I am. So we are all the same. The only difference is you cannot come after me because I gave you the chance of being president. I did the easy transition of power. So coming after me, you are bringing war to this country. That's exactly what he meant to say.
But I don't see the need for that. You think Joseph Baga got anything to go after George Weah as a person? I know some government officials, but George Weah, I think the Constitution protects George Weah. Yes. If George Weah was not impeached, or George Weah was not, he was not impeached while he was president. Everything that happened as president after he leaves power, I don't think there's any law to hold him responsible. That's the Liberia law.
So meaning he can walk scot-free.
That's what we say. We should, constitution need to be somehow revised or maybe amended, because, like, if you are president, you commit crime, you do all this stupid stuff, corruption and everything, unless you are impeached, you can be prosecuted if you are impeached for whatever reason. But if you continue and your tenure, correct me if I'm wrong, the Constitution allows you to walk free. She said the court say that is beyond the statute of limitation. Okay. If you are president, he didn't do anything. So I think people will look at this thing here. George Weah, they want to remain relevant in the political space. But to say he's afraid of people coming after him, I don't think Joseph Boakai even had any intention to go after George Weah. Because they might go after some of his able lieutenants to shame them. Now, even for a purpose of actually...
That's the point. Thank you.
For any justice, or to show that, and we want to see justice prevail. We want to make sure there's accountability in the country. It's not about that. It's about shaming the people. It's about embarrassing them. It's about telling them to shut up so they can steal their own. You just steal your own. Nobody talk. Nobody did anything to you. So you're leave all alone. Let's steal our own. And CDC being in the vanguard of, the attack on Joseph Boakai, calling them out for corruption. I think that's why they are going after the CDC. That's why I consider it as a witch hunt, a showmanship.
For me, go ahead. I see
it as a showmanship, a witch hunt, and also a distraction. If Joseph Boakai was serious for accountability, Joseph Boakai would have started this thing here hands-on, from right at the door. But Joseph Boakai said, you know what? Here, people that you say, you know what? Let's follow our pocket first. When their pocket finish full now, they finish stealing enough from the Liberian people, because people are talking. Let me tell you something. Even despite the fact that they fill in their pockets, if CDCN were quiet, if Liberian people were not saying anything, Joseph Boakai were not going to go after anybody. All the things that we're talking about, this other report, they got a lot. We said it here, there are a lot of reports on file.
Mm-hmm.
You can read
And he mentioned today.
any other report. But the reason why they are doing what they are doing right now, they want you to shut up, allow them to steal more. They want CDC to be quiet because they were just there. They stole enough. If you put your money in on stealing, we'll kind of put your butt outside and we'll embarrass you. That's all this is about. So, in as much as we value, transparency and accountability, let it be done the right way, the right way. And the right way is don't steal. Don't be a criminal. Don't cherry pick. Justice means justice. Justice is blind. Justice does not see anybody. But you go now because you have the right to do something doesn't mean you should do it the wrong way. I agree. Joseph Boakai that is right to prosecute. But how will you be prosecuting somebody for stealing the machine that you're stealing? That can even aggravate the people. That can make people mad. If Joseph Boakai was some kind of good person right now, they took power. They started on good footing, focusing on developmental agenda, creating job, making sure the country is secure, making sure people get clean drinking water, people get electricity, doing road pavement. But Joseph Boakai didn't do that. They didn't focus on any of those things. They focus on stealing from 41 million to 19 million to 22 million and to now 30 million. They want 80 million for 30 million. How will you be doing that? Then you say you're going after people for stealing when you are stealing in daylight with no fear, no shame. So should there be any revolt or revolution against their action, that will be because the way they started. Let me tell you something. If I was a citizen, and if I was somebody who worked in the CDC government, I'm going to make sure I bring people, I mobilize people everywhere in the country. That's so long people are stealing. They arrest one person, we should resist it. If they want chaos, like chaos come in the country. If they want chaos, like chaos come in the country, because why? You can't be stealing and then you're arresting other people for stealing. That's my major problem. I don't care who they arrest, but you can only arrest people and prosecute them when you're doing the right thing. That means if we don't stop this, we don't stop Joseph Boakai then doing what they are doing, our country will be in cycle. We're going to be here forever. Other people now will say Joseph Boakai, you do whatever you want to do. The next person that will come to, you will start arresting you, and nothing will happen. Nobody will arrest anybody. They will not do anything. They will just shame each other. They will put some people in jail. A few months later, they will put them out and finish. They're not going anywhere. But if
after arrest says yes.
Yeah, if somebody is doing it based on genuine quest to see justice in Liberia, believe me, they will not start with stealing. They will not cherry pick. They will not witch hunt people based on their personal feeling. They will follow the law. They themselves will follow the law from the beginning. So that's my point. Mom, I understand you saying that, you being an advocate for justice, can't create somebody who is trying to apply justice. But I believe application of the justice system, it should be done rightly. You see, what is not done rightly is not done at all. Joseph Boakai people, look at what he just did just now. They said they suspended central bank minister.
The central bank governor.
Yesterday, now he has appointed one of his nephew to be the central bank governor. You think about that. Joseph Boakai appointed one of his nephew to be Minister of Internal Affairs, who is on record say he's a killer. So if we're going to be about the reason why Joseph Boakai has the power, the leverage to arrest, prosecute anybody, it's because of the Constitution. It's because of the law in the country. If you have no respect for that law, then I will not respect you. I will not respect you too. The only thing that differentiates you, myself, is because of the law. In order for you to be taken seriously, you got to respect the law. You got to work within the confines of the law. But if you are not respecting the law, if you got no respect for the law, you care less about the people that elected you. You only care about yourself. Then what power do you have over anybody? So I would, if I were part of the CDC, I would have resisted any arrest. I will not comply to anything if they want chaos like chaos happen. Until Joseph Boakai can do the right thing, stop the stealing and stop the nepotism. Those are constitutional issues. The Constitution talks about nepotism being a crime. You cannot do that. You cannot involve in that. But look at the appointments of Joseph Boakai officials. Appointing his nephew to be internal affairs minister, even though he's on record threatening to kill people and saying that he's a killer. Appointed his other nephew as of officer in charge at Noka. Now he appointed another nephew again at the central bank. What kind of government is that? Because you want to shame people, you want to disrespect people, then you start to cherry pick, go after certain people. So for me, someone have started calling me already CDC. Someone else says I support the CDC, but CDC knows exactly where I stand. CDC knows exactly how we call them out throughout their 6 years, how we were seen to be killed by CDC, but we don't care. We stand with God. We stand with God, and we stand with our country regardless. So nobody can actually intimidate us or labeling us will change the way we stand and how we do things. I think
So,
Joseph Boakai behavior is nothing but a witch hunt, showmanship, and a distraction so that Liberian people can focus on their stealing. That's all it's about. It's not anything serious. It's all about trying to show to their supporters, Victoria said we'll get them. Now we're getting them. It's all about just shut up, you leave out to steal. They put it as store first. We're going to go after them if they talk about us stealing. So I don't believe in it. It's just a distraction. It's nothing about justice. And we are not even hearing about any economic crime code anymore or war crime code because Joseph Boakai, the people, they want to focus on their stealing and they don't want the people to talk. And if CDC continue to talk, the more people that talk, the more they arrest more people. If they keep quiet, they will not arrest anybody. So just about arresting people is not about justice. So those that will say, we've been praying for justice. They may be doing the right thing now. You follow it. They may not doing it the right way. So Joseph Boakai is not even qualified to judge anybody or to arrest anybody for criminal act when you are a criminal. So Mong, I will give it back to you.
Well, I mean, if that's a permit, then we might as well forget about going after criminals, since they are backed by the Constitution that you can just steal and walk your way scot-free. You see, that's why I keep telling people from our Constitution in itself. That's what happens when you get a bunch of slaves that just copy another country's Constitution and just go and paste it on the other side. In America, like what we saw in recent time, it happened to two presidents in recent memory, we call presidential immunity. When presidents make decisions in office, we're talking about within the framework of policy or law, they are immune. I don't know about you can just go and steal X amount of money and walk away because you're president. That's not what the law says here. Because the first person who saw it in recent time was George Bush. The people, the human rights advocates say George Bush was giving a faulty intelligence because the war in Iraq was not justifiable. And looking at the number of people that were killed, they wanted to prosecute him as a war criminal. The American people, they hell no. When presidents make decisions while in office, they are protected by presidential immunity. Even though the war may not be justifiable, but you cannot say you will label him as a war criminal because people died and he was giving faulty intelligence. The same thing we saw recently with the Supreme Court ruling here with Trump, that when the president called for a protest just because it led to it went to the Senate floor, the House floor, and it disrupted the whole electoral process, you can say the president committed a crime. No, that's presidential immunity. He did it while in office. But you are telling us that our Constitution said the president can steal, he can rip the Liberian people of that resources, and he can walk scot-free because There are no laws on the book that call for prosecution. So then
let me rectify what you just said.
Okay, yeah, because I got that part. I don't know that part of the Constitution.
The Liberian Constitution allow you to impeach a president if you think he's proceeding wrongly.
Okay.
If you think the president is stealing, you got the right to impeach the president. That's why the people are represented by their lawmakers. The Senate, the House of Representatives can initiate impeachment process. The Senate can convict and remove the president. And if the president is removed for any, like say for stealing, the law can they can lock him up. But if you allow the man to do all the stealing, that's why we have 3 branches of government, wherein the legislature serves as the supervisory arm of the government, where they will hold the president accountable and other officials. But if you sit back and allow the guy to behave as a monarchy, as a king, where he's not subjected to any rule of law, you watch him do. You know that our lawmakers, they worship the president. You know that?
Mm-hmm.
They call the president chief. When they see the president, she's shivering. You know, we say be jagging like they're crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Because the president, as the head of the executive, they got the money. So for them, their being in the House of Representatives and Senate is not about Liberia, it's about making money. It's about enriching themselves. So their constitutional responsibility, they don't care about that much. All they care about is making money. So if you talk about impeaching a president in Liberia, maybe the 1 or 2, 3 people you will see they're putting their hand up. Because the other people feel like maybe distraction from them making their money. They don't want to put their in bad book from the government for giving them money. They want all they want to do. They want to have committee meeting. They want to have committee meeting on with this minister and that minister. How much money coming? They want the president to call and to go confirm this person or that person. Or they got some concession coming, they want to go and do that. For them, their purpose of being in the House of Representatives and Senate is to approve budget, is to approve concession, and get money back. So for them, they don't even know that they have the power, even though they know it, but they don't want to utilize the power they have to hold the president accountable for some of the things that you are saying, Mom. So as a result, they don't even want to amend the Constitution. For example, Joseph Boakai started. Even United Party people that voted for Joseph Boakai, they know very well that Joseph Boakai was not up to the task. They know that Joseph Boakai is incapable. They know that Joseph Boakai is incapacitated. They know it. The House of Representatives, after taking power, is supposed to do what? Determine whether or not Joseph Boakai is capable, is capacitated to perform as president. What did you see? Nothing. They know that Joseph Boakai is incapacitated, but they don't have the nerve. They don't have the courage. They don't have the audacity to do that because that's not what they think they are there for. They are only there to put money in their pocket. So long Joseph Boakai government is there, whether Joseph Boakai function, not functioning, so long people then there to make sure they get their own share on money. That all they care. You listen to the speaker the other day, Mom. We said the House of the Senate is well taken care of. We are not getting our share of the money. For them, their purpose of being there is all about getting money. It had nothing to do with doing the people's job or holding people accountable for stealing and destroying the country. So to answer your question, go and do more research on the Constitution and see what the Constitution says about our president. So if they are impeached, for whatever reason, they can be prosecuted for that purpose. But if you let them to stay there, they may do all the thing there. Then after that, they say you coming to arrest them. That's why all they can do all the stealing. You saw Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. even though her son was guilty of stealing $30 million, $35 million. She said, I took responsibility and I apologize. I take responsibility and I apologize. Can you imagine? You think if she knew that she would be held accountable, she would have taken the responsibility, that you were going to go to jail for that? She wasn't going to do that. That's the reason. So yeah, among Abraham is on the line, but go ahead. Maybe you want me to tell Abraham, let you give something, then you can just take.
Yeah, let Abraham go ahead.
Abraham, I know even though we haven't opened the line yet, but you want to come in. So go ahead. Oh, my man, we're not hearing you. We're not hearing you. Your voice is not too good.
Hold on. You getting me now?
Better.
So you done?
Yes.
Hello? You getting me now, right?
Yeah, much better.
All right. Thank you, my brother. Good afternoon, Melbourne. You know, let's think what you guys are talking. That's the essence of these platforms and other things. It educates the minds of the people, and quite honestly, they try to open up certain doubts that people got. But here's the thing, Circle. You know what is probably really, you guys nailed it. Because I keep saying this. If you had 23 political parties that took part in the election just a few months ago, and they are in a country that their silence is so deafening. I mean, this is disappointing. And every time I keep hearing people say, oh, Liberian people, they want good people. But wait a minute. Are you telling me that other people should do dirty work and then they just come on your lap? This is ridiculous. I can't fathom it, quite honestly. And you know, it allows us to let me not take all of the time. But you talk about the central bank. This is brazen disrespect and disregard for the people of Liberia. Are you aware that news is circulating that this guy from the IB Bank, Henry F. Samoa, he was in charge of the IB Bank. If you recall that, Joseph Boga used to talk about every time, go to IB Bank, because his nephew was there. We've been the news has circulated that this guy, he financed the campaign of Unity Party. Okay? And as we speak, IB Bank, there is serious financial trouble at the verge of almost selling the bank. News circulating that, in fact, one of the reasons why they removed Stallo, because instructions were given to build an IB Bank, $8 million should be dispersed to IB Bank to save it, because why? Samoa used some of those monies for political reasons. Now, not only that, then the nepotism is too brazen, Sekou. You just enumerated that.
Yeah.
So crying out loud, you want to tell me that there should be a private thing in this country? Say whatever you can say about the George whether he's elected to you, his whatever it is. But nepotism was not the order of the day in our government. So you to have a nephew at the central bank, you got the other one, no car. I mean, you just enumerated. What's the problem? They're like, I will do it and nothing will happen.
Yeah.
Mind you, the IMF right now, the central bank, central bank, is some problem with the IMF. They are questioning a lot of things there. And then you take a guy from a bank that is literally going bankrupt, and then you send him to central bank to do what?
But to do the dirty work, give him more money.
Yeah. So, I mean, but simply again, you are limited. Sometimes you can delve into some of those things. I know your tentacles are all over the place. You can spray us small and dig deeper in a little bit. But I just wanted to inject that in because that's the news all over the place, you know?
No problem.
It's evident by the fact that the man just appointed me as acting governor over there. So what more needs to be said? But thank God, man. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, so we will go to Liberia and Melbourne will take calls. Let's hear from the Liberian people what's on their mind.
Okay. You want to go to Mom?
Yeah, let me see on the phone.
You know, that's why I keep saying certain premises were established on the show and the Liberian people accepted it. So we just say, open the floodgates because it's backed by the Constitution. There is no need for accountability or transparency. Since the president is giving a blanket immunity by virtue of our, because today I'm learning something new. I never came across that a president can just walk scot-free other than impeachment, because I know there are instances where in an impeachment could be political. The Constitution lays certain framework for an impeachment of a president. But if one party, we saw it happen in America, if one party believe that they got numerical advantage in the lower house and they want to inflict or damage on a certain president, even though you will not remove him from office, they can impeach him. So impeachment is not only about violating the Constitution, it could also be used as a political tool as well. So if our Constitution say the president got blanket immunity, he can steal and walk away scot-free, then we might as well just get rid of the whole accountability thing that any president can just come to the Chinese buffet and just take as much as you want because you got the full backing of the law, and then you walk scot-free. So Joseph Boaga, if that's the case, then just abandon the whole thing about transparency and accountability, because if you and Georgia are guilty of the same crime, and if we flip the script that you could also walk away scot-free with the back of the Constitution, then why is the essence? Then there's
you see that? So that's why, Monk, that's what we need. Good people that love their country, people that respect patriotism, people who are patriots, people who just want to see their country. So what we need to do, we need a constitutional reform. A lot of things need to be changed in Liberia.
And I bet you it was the junta that brought this particular constitutional, or amendment.
Yeah, it was
1986.
1986.
Whether it was the residential clause, how many years you can live in the country, so they are the one that brought it because they knew what they were trying to do.
That Doden brought this constitution. But then they will say Doden were not educated, they were enough, they were that. But then we have had all the educated people leading the country in different positions. Whether it's the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the Amos Sawyer, the Ruth Sander Perry, all the other people there that you can name were educated. They were there. They never stumbled.
Let's say on board because they knew they
know it's good for them. Only we, the Liberians, can change Liberia. I'm telling you, that country
is a lost cause.
So, second, this is why maybe joking that somebody said behind the scene, said maybe there are certain things up there that when you go there, you will not easily understand. And now I'm getting on to understand some of these things. No wonder why this country is going the way things are going. So the only thing that you are just suggesting is like we got to call for a referendum and see how best to take off some of these things from the Constitution and place some of the good things there that will be able to be in the interest of the country.
Yeah, like this on calls from our people.
Correct. So you can call in now on 0777-285-961. That's the official number for the station. Again, 0777-285-961. Call in. Only a minute, please. Go straight to the point and talk. Don't come with your combative politics. Indeed. Today's caller. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Jefferson Belly calling from 12 community Bushwood Island.
Okay, go ahead, Jefferson.
Yeah, I listen to your analysis and all of analysis on the radio. So thank you very much for this country. I bet that you guys are up there. I want you guys to put yourself together. Everybody that lives in America that learn book, people should really come down and do something for the country. Yeah, that is my suggestion. You come and change this constitution, especially the one that you people talking about. So it means that the president get the power to take any money as long as he is not impeached by any lawmaker or the citizen. Then it means that he can take the whole country money he carry, or he build anything, or he carry also he live good. Then the ordinary people will continue to suffer in the country. You see?
All right.
This is the first time hearing this, right? So it's not like
All right. Thank you so much. Your first time hearing this because sometimes we don't read. Yeah.
So, Mebon,
Yes, Chief.
don't go the line. Let me just read the part of the Constitution.
Yes, I beg you, just do that now because you are very, very providing serious education for our people out there. Yeah. So go ahead.
So Article 61 of the Liberian Constitution, under the presidential clause, it says, and I quote, the president shall be immune from any suit, action, or proceedings, judicial or otherwise, and from arrest, detention, or other actions on account of any act done by him while president of Liberia, pursuant to any provision. Pursuant to any provision of this constitution or
Article 61, right?
Article 61 under the presidential provision. I mean, I have been reading the thing. So let me just go. So it said the president shall be immune from any suit, actions, or proceedings, judicial or otherwise, and from arrest, detention, or other actions on account of any act done by him while president of Liberia, pursuant to any provision of this constitution or any other laws of the republic. The president shall not, however, be immune from prosecution upon removal from office for the commission of any criminal act done while president. That's Article 61 of the Liberal Constitution. Pretty much, I'm not trying to boast of this. I memorized almost most part of the Liberian Constitution. That's why when I talk about it here, I was not even looking at it. But I could not quote it word for word, but I know that's what the Liberian Constitution says. And because of that, most of our leaders, I don't know why Judy Bryant was prosecuted and how. I don't know the lawyer there. Judy Bryant he was not president, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, he was an interim leader. He was an interim leader.
Yeah. So no, not only that, but the time they prosecuted him and jailed him, that time I was not in the country. So that time, I believe he was no longer president.
No.
So why was
after man said they are already taking over already 2006?
So why his lawyers or him did not revert to this this particular.
So that was jungle justice.
So yeah, so go ahead and open the line. Those who say they don't know, they didn't know about it. I just told them there's Article 61, so you can go and read it.
Yes, so myself, I'm just looking at this. Today's caller, good evening.
You'll be learning new thing.
Yeah, come in 1 minute. Let me put you on the speaker. Yeah, go ahead. Hello? Yeah, go ahead.
How are you?
My brother will fine, thank God.
My name is Shaq Jr. and I joined from a youth residence in District 4. If you don't wonder why we move from 7% to 1% because it was depending on people and more people there.
No, it's okay. Let me finish.
Go ahead, Chief. We're listening to you before you say we'll cut you off, so just go ahead.
Okay, so the people there for the beginning or just about the president. Then it said there was nothing. You know how I want to do it. Or they there in parachute, you would just do it and forget what it is. So they were trying to do what they do. Now everybody wants to show.
All right, so you already crossed your time limit. Today's caller, good evening.
I'm not hearing that person.
Yeah, but go ahead. I don't know where you situated because your line coming a little bit. But go ahead. No, I think you got to call back. You got to call back, Wento. You got to call back, please. Take yourself from that. I don't know that. Talking to table you honor. Today's caller, good evening. Yeah, Chief, go ahead.
Calling for because I always agree with my body mom on the show. But today, the way you analyze the speech of our former president, I said somehow discouraged about him. You see, Brother Sekou brought the right foot in. Brother Sekou said he not the hammer. Let me ask you a question.
Mo, you hearing the guy? I'm not hearing the guy though. Okay. That's better.
We are too narrow minded. We are too so that will always be feeling. You people try to flat out.
Hey, stop. Hello, you see, you already, yeah, that's very Ghana. Hello, to this caller.
When I hear that guy.
All
Hey,
right, thank God. So let me see, let me do some adjustment here.
you guys, I mean, I don't know, for some reason, I don't know whether it's the phone or
Yeah, no,
the last time I was listening
check
to
your side, maybe check your side. But let me see again because everything's set from here. Let me see. Yeah, go ahead. Hello? No, 07777, no call. 07777-285-961. Again, 07777-285-961. That's the number to call for you to be part of the show here, please. Yeah, I beg you, please, when you call in, don't insult anybody. Everybody has the right to disagree or to agree. So please let the people talk. We are all one, no matter what happened. At the end of the day, Liberia remains. So 07777-285-961. That's the number for you to call and be part of the show this evening. The SKTV show right here on QFM 96.1. Again, 07777-285-961. Because, let me see. Okay, so the calls coming on the, oh yeah, okay, I see why. Hello? I'll come in 1 minute. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Good evening. Yeah. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Go ahead, I'm getting you.
Okay, my name is Mohammed. I'm calling from Upper West Samokaton. I called and I just been following Sekou analysis on the line of the Constitution provision. But there's one thing that I see that Sekou is falling short of. All the proceedings that is being defined by the Constitution, for which a president must not be prosecuted, they are all defined within the Constitution that they should be in line with what are the responsibility of the president. Outside of what is within the outline of the president duty, if you go out of there, these are exceptions to it. So whatever proceeding it is not ever proceeding. So that means if the president becomes and can declare war and kill a lot of people, that is within the line of it. So nobody can prosecute it. If he gets up and then he does it, then at the end of the day, while he's president, he does that, there's no prosecution. That is not your.
All right. I don't know, but you want to explain the hotel? Yeah. Second, the man want to take all of our time to be explaining everything.
That person don't even know what they're talking about. He's
Hello?
confused.
Hello? Hello to this caller. Hello? Yeah, man. You people, the line is freezing. You freeze the line until the phone. Yeah.
Maybe that person who was saying, if the word is, you have a call?
Hello?
Yes, I have call. Hello, go ahead.
Where?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead from Tony.
I'm not hearing it.
On the Constitution, what? That's you.
Yeah, I think the man line to where he calling for is he said so he's struggling. Yeah, so 077.
Actually, they were calling thing. I'm not sure what's going on. For some reason, when I listened to your colleague, whatever, and Sue was on the closing argument the other time, the calls were coming in and everything was clear, but I don't know what
Yeah. The reason is very simple. We produce the closing here. So maybe one of the easier things is how to enter the studio from here, then instead of the link. So when I enter from here, I think that would be better also than that of the regular link. So that's it because we produce the closing argument from here. But anyway, this is the same form that we use to take calls. And let me see. Quite recently, it was better, but I don't know what happened today. But again, maybe not the network because of the weather. Hello to this caller.
Hello, I'm Solomon Weah, I call for Cinco.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
go
fair.
ahead.
Okay, one of the senior panelists made one of the laziest arguments I ever heard. That you gotta be perfect before you prosecute somebody. So he wants to tell me that because the pastor who goes to the church to preach has to be sinless before he preach to the members about salvation and redemption. You know, when we want the country to go forward, we should put aside all these qualities. Brother doesn't have to be perfect to prosecute people who committed crimes against this country. So we had an opportunity in mercy or because he wanted to protect Ellie. Like we said, the constitution protect the president. So Joia was protecting Ellie, not put Ellie or subsidiary. Because the constitution was protecting her, so she was not bad about herself, she was bad about her colleagues and her children who were behind who stole the agreement money.
All
Joia
right.
bring the horse that one never went to order anybody, prosecute anybody, Ellie government. So you shouldn't say, oh, because Braga came the cookie jar, you shouldn't prosecute. When Braga prosecute these people, the next one after him, when he does wrong, they will come and prosecute as well.
All right. All right. Thank you. According to the Constitution, another thing is the president or the former president that was protecting. Maybe the former president. I think it is the Constitution that was protected. So to this caller, good evening.
Yeah, thank you. Mabon, good evening to you. Good evening to your panelists and the rest of your followers. My name is Hussein. I am Hussein Kewu, and I call you from around Jacob Time District 2. I'm calling for section. I know everyone is entitled to their thoughts and disagreement as it relates to national issue. This particular has some disagreement with the government. But I would love to say this to him. You are in a diaspora, but I think there are a whole lot of development within this country. Unless you see it through Facebook or other means. But when you come on the ground, you see it living on the ground. We are here, we are seeing it is glaring. Unless when you see it through Facebook. Now, you are suggesting to Liberians that because the previous government corrupted those guys told on Liberian people, and now you are assuming, well, now you're admitting that those people in government currently, they are corrupt, so they should not prosecute those who were corrupt in the past. That is an affront to our democracy. You are trying to incite people against the government. Because man, you're in high school and you fail. So because you fail in high school and you pay your child school fees. So when that child fails, you're not asking why you fail in one or two subjects. That's what you suggested. That's the typical answer of it.
All right. All right. Thank you. See you. As you continue to take calls,
Yeah, continue to take off.
go ahead. To this caller, good evening. Hello. Hello. Go ahead. Please move for the noise. I don't know you somewhere around in noise. Yeah, we great. Thank you. Go ahead. Go ahead, Chief.
My name is Sylvester. You know me. I call from New Jersey.
Sylvester, you can post more strength in your voice.
Yeah, I said the only issue that because Labro, yes, it's the CEO thing. I was doing. You can't jump around one day, pay the poor there, the same thing. We after each other. So I don't know what Jesus Christ will come to manage the country for. I don't know who will manage the country to progress. I don't really know.
All right. Thank you so much. You don't know who you think that will manage Liberia to. Yeah.
No, just take two more calls. So we can open the line
Yeah.
and ask for you.
All right, good. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead, Chief. Your name and from where you join us?
Prince of God, 540, Congo South.
Yeah, go ahead.
My take on this issue is that for me, that's supposed to fight against corruption. It will also support the asset declaration before taking office because by 2030, those who will be exiting, they should know also that asset declaration or they're going after them too for accountability. So I think the best way our country will grow and get development is to curtail corruption.
All right. Thank you so much, Seku. I think you can listen to our people back home so you can take off from the side.
Yeah, so while we before we open the line here, let me just clarify something real quick. Somebody said earlier, "Oh, Seku, you can be serious. Kumish is looking for a job. You can be serious." That I never said Kumish was looking for a job. I said we are not hearing from them. And I said some of them are also, they are not even visible anymore. They are nowhere to be found because they are looking for a job from the government. I didn't say Kumish was looking for a job. If you think Kumish is looking for a job, then maybe, I mean, you don't even know Kumish. Maybe I know Kumish better than you. So I never said that. I never said Kumish was looking for a job. I said Kumish and all our political parties, they are quiet. And George Weah will fill in the void. And George Weah then will be considered as the only viable and active politicians and political parties in Liberia. That is the CDC. There's no if and but about that. CDC is visible, CDC is active, and CDC has partisans and people from grassroots level holding their government accountable. That's exactly what opposition is supposed to be doing in Liberia. Liberian politics is different from any other politics. You want to be taken seriously, people want to see you speaking for them on their behalf. People want to see you holding the government accountable. People want to make sure that you are there for them. Then they want to see you being insulted by the government.
Good.
Then they will take it seriously. And the government support us. So I didn't say Kumish was looking for a job. No, I didn't say that. Kumish can employ most of you guys that are talking. Kumish can employ many of you guys. Some people there in government say Kumish can employ them for their lifetime. So I didn't say Kumish was looking for a government job. I didn't say that. So going back to open the lines in the diaspora, you can call in and let us know what you think. Those of you saying that I hate the government, I just want to, see bad thing happening to the government. So you are equally telling me it's okay to steal, it's okay to engage in nepotism, it's okay to violate the Constitution, it's okay to appoint your children and your son, all your children can be, consultants in all the agencies of government. They be taking money there every day. It's okay to appoint your nephew as an officer in charge at Noka in the oil company. It's also good to appoint your nephew who is a killer as an internal affairs minister. It's also good to remove central bank governor and appoint one of your nephew there who is guilty of corruption. You can do all of that thing as long as you prosecute in a former government official, then you okay. What a twisted logic. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Hello?
Yes.
This is Pedro Paul.
You're live.
Yeah, thank you so much for the show.
1 minute maximum for everybody.
Let me just add to what you just said about the Constitution. First of all, before the president in power, is coming to be positive unless the legislature impeach he or she because of violation of the Constitution. In a much the president in power is not being impeached. After the big power, nobody has a right to be positive about anything that's going on in the external power. And tell me, this thing that they say in national school, not just say, we knew about this thing was to happen. The reason I nearby post of our session because the session was the rules that developed on the session started from 2015. So when they left, before then they got left for power. So everything that the session people it seemed to be for 2017. They almost left power the way it seemed to be. So about this, they are going to China. It's not like before. Anything that they do, they will have a still withdraw of everything. Secondly, they keep a commercial person in that you can't let the person on that. Everybody knows the country is suffering.
Yeah.
I want to the people they see things are happy. They say withdraw.
Mama, I want you to you finish part in 1 minute. 1 minute everybody maximum. Yeah. Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. I'm sorry. 1 minute everybody. Hello, caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah,
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm fine. Let me ask you one question. What is your take on what CDC said, the former president said today?
I mean, you came on the show. I already gave him my take on it. You came on the show. Just say your own. Let me take the next caller.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I already gave him my take on what the president said today. The former president said.
All right. You see, this is the same reason why the Constitution may be to have a referendum on our Constitution. President cannot speak or president cannot do anything and say he or she cannot be prosecuted. So you should be pushing. We should be pushing that to have referendum on the Constitution of our republic, not to repeat the same constitutions we got here or those that went in Liberia in the 1800s. The Constitution it took from here from America to Liberia for us to be following that the same Constitution. This is the reason why the leaders.
They're not the same Constitution. They just correct. They're not the same Constitution.
That's the same Constitution.
No. Okay. Let me help you. The Constitution that we had from the beginning of our government, that Constitution 1847, that's not the one we're using right now. We're using the one Constitution 1986 that was revised by the government, by the PRC government. The Constitution we have right now, that was Constitution that was done in 1985.
Yeah, but if you go into the Constitution and get Liberian Constitution and get American Constitution, that repeat of the same written document that was here. The revises, there are some other issues there that is not even spelled out. Look at the both constitutions. You will see what about they don't say the truth, because when you are reading the Constitution,
Mama, you're not understanding the whole thing. Let me tell you this. I don't want to do this to bad dialogue between you and myself, but let me just tell you this just for the sake of our audience, for them to understand. The original Constitution was like a photocopy of the Constitution they took from here. And then they removed something to just befit our country. But then, when they decided to revise the Constitution in 1986, they're not going to remove the whole Constitution and write new Constitution. But the provisions that were removed and replaced to befit the government at the time and their interest, especially when it comes to prosecution of presidents and other incentives that they gave themselves in the Constitution, the power they gave themselves in the Constitution. They remove everything that you think of that are in the United States Constitution, to replace it with things that is in their favor, that will benefit them, that will protect them as well. That's what they did. So if you have a whole bucket full clean water, if you drop a drip of acid water in there, you have diluted that water. Is no longer going to be a clean or pure water. So the fact that they remove some good provisions in the Constitution and replace it with their own, thereby protecting themselves, that makes it Liberian Constitution. That makes it Liberian Constitution. It cannot do American Constitution. You got it?
Okay. Let me come in. Can we, as a Liberian, we have law and law. We have in other countries and see other countries' constitutions. And again, can we advocate? So
yes.
that our constitution can be changed?
Yes, we can do that. Okay. Yes. Let me take the next caller. Chairman Yato, how you doing, sir?
How you doing, Segu?
I'm doing great. What say you?
You know what? I always laugh at my old man, Bert Noah, when he tried to pass the buck, like they will say in American colloquial. You know what? Towa was a great president. Towa had visions, and then he added policies to those visions. So if you say matches, if you say agriculture, he set up the Liberia Produce Marketing Corporation. He set up the agricultural bank. if you really want to fight corruption, it's very simple, man. We've always said that you need a corruption court, a court that will just handle corruption matters. And all Joseph Walker has to do is just submit a simple bill. They can submit bill when they want to, and it can pass. But today was a sad day because the true opposition didn't speak up. You know, when I saw George Weah today, I knew Liberia was in trouble. You know, he was late, but he's always late. That was the most important speech to the nation. And then when he arrived at the CDC headquarters, he sat up in that room, and I can just picture him either drinking liquor or doing something for 1 whole hour when he could have he could have just come in and done the 15 or 20 minute speech, but he didn't do it. So he accused the government of trying to prosecute people based on witch hunt. Look, Circle, even the Supreme Court of Liberia or the United States does not take every case. Mr. Walker had the prerogative to prosecute and use that discretion. So if he didn't want to prosecute, he passed a law on corruption, but he never prosecuted anybody under that act. So I'm just saying it's simple that we have to be mindful. I wish Cummins or the other opposition leaders who have come today and debunked what we have said. That no, it is not witch hunt. These were accusations made by the audit reports. Okay, they were not made because of asset declaration. They said there were 500,000 transfer, and then another give or take 5.5 million transfer to an account. Now we're going to find out who used that money.
Thank you.
These are accusations that the central bank has to answer. Mm-hmm. These are accusations that the National Security Council has to answer. So I don't see it as a witch hunt.
So, Chairman Yato, while we stay on the radio in Liberia, so let me ask you. So do you think, since this is now a witch hunt, in your mind, so do you think those who were somehow indicted by the other report that was revealed yesterday, that indicted all 3 ministers, 2 under George Weah, 1 under Joseph Boakai, of involving in financial mismanagement, you think they should be indicted, they should be taken for questioning or be prosecuted as well, since this is not a cherry picking or witch hunt?
They have over 200 audits. I believe that if you really want to straighten out Liberia, Joseph Walker should prosecute more than half of those audits. Because one thing to accuse somebody...
Yeah, so you think Joseph Walker will come across as credible and responsible if he does that, to include his own ministry under him right now, is the Minister of State, under him to be part of the investigation?
We have not gone through one fiscal year yet. So until, look, for instance, the 20 million I was given to the Public Works Ministry, they're saying that it was a 2-year program. So how will you audit and you really can find...
But the people they're making an apologize for it, that they have squandered the money.
No. It's squandered money. You won't know till the 2 years over.
Oh, but then why he came to the Senate to apologize and they say they're forgiving him?
Okay, but besides the point, sir,
no, that's important. If you say it cannot be investigated, why he came to the people?
It can't be investigated. That's why we have the audit committee. They audit every 6 months or every year. They audit, so they can go and audit that money now to make sure that the money that was appropriated was spent wisely. I am saying to you.
So the Bagger government not supposed to be audited until after 6 months, correct?
No, there's the most effective audits are yellow audits.
No. I'm asking you now because I'm trying to get something out of it. So you telling me that the Bagger government not supposed to be audited until after 6 months, correct?
I'm saying to have an effective audit, you need
audit, effective, not effective, audit. So long corruption is going on, anything that will stop the corruption, you got to do that. So I'm asking you, the reason I'm asking you this question, if that's the case, why is it that the first 3 months Joseph Boakai government or the Ministry of State was also included in the audit?
because they do a spot audit as the Minister of State, it may not have even been the Joseph Walker Minister of State. It might have been the last 2023.
Okay. You need to go read. You need to go read it. You're not. That's the point.
Let's assume that they were audited the last.
No. Okay. Okay. In the other report saying.
Yeah.
From January 2018.
Yes.
To August under McGill. Also, from August, and then let me tell you now, they did it. In fact, because I'm not looking at it right now. I don't want to give you the wrong, information. But they are saying up to March 31st, 2024. So 2024, Jovial will not. 2024 March, Jovial president. January all the way to March 31st, 2024, Jovial will not president. So that was under Joseph Parker. I don't want you to know that.
And I agree with you 100% that it must be audited. We're talking about prosecution and audit. Both of them, they're not independently different. I'm saying to you is that Joseph Walker will have more than 200 audits. As to which one he prosecutes first, they got that discretion that the prosecution must be able to determine. Okay, the same with the Supreme Court of Liberia does not prosecute every case that comes before it. I'm saying to you right now that Joseph Walker will be more effective on cases he can prove right now. And as time goes on towards the end of the year, maybe those other cases that came will be prosecuted.
All right, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Oh my God. Let me get this person here. 443 number. Last 4 DJ 4168. What is your name and where you calling from?
Yes, Sekou. This is Ali Masari from Maryland, USA.
Ali Masari, go ahead quickly. People.
Thank you. Yes. Yes, I just want to say something there. Most of the time, I always follow the show, but sometimes I listen to Monk whenever they are talking about CBC, the way in which they talk. Right now, he will always say, no, we don't want to hear CBC. They are not the right person. They are not the right people to say anything. United Party served for 12 years. The moment they left power, when CBC took over, when they see people that were criticizing CBC government, in less than 6 months, they started protesting in the country. Why didn't you say, oh no, they are not the rightful people to carry the message? You see, and today when CBC want to criticize the United Party government, you will always say, no, they are not the right people. And to what the former president said today, when he was talking about the peace that he brought to the country, he's not trying to say because he brought peace, so Joseph Walker can go after him. He was only trying to say he brought peace to that country. Joseph Walker was nowhere when he left the support peace. Commission was everywhere, and he brought peace to that country. And he was a peace ambassador. The records are there. He brought peace to that country today. So if Joseph Walker is in power, he shouldn't do things in the country that will cause chaos, that will make people to go back to that day.
Thank you.
To warn him. It doesn't mean that because he brought things to Joseph Walker, he couldn't tell him they should maintain the things that he brought in that country. Not because of politics or because of power, if you can destabilize our country. Thank you for the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's go to the other line here. Abraham from Norway. Quickly, in 1 minute, everybody. I got tons of calls coming in. I don't know. We're not going to be able to accommodate everybody while we're on the radio, but I will try my best. Caller Abraham, are you there from Norway? Hello. Yeah, quickly, 1 minute.
Okay.
Go ahead. You're live.
I just want to say something to one of your callers who said you don't need to have clean hands before you
can prosecute.
Despite all of us welcome what Parker is doing, because something has to start from somewhere. But I think Sekou is right. You can be. Your hands can be in the cookies yard. Then you want to punish other people. So because the men mentioned pastors, they don't have to be righteous before they talk about righteousness. So I just want to refer him to the Bible. He needs to read Romans chapter 2, maybe the whole chapter 2, but the FSA is on verse 21. Romans 2:21. Let him read it. The Bible says, "You who say people should not stay, are you not a rogue too?" Thank you.
Thank you so much. So let's go to the line here. Man, the lines are hot. Let me tell you. Hendrik Jello, you're live. 1 minute. Everybody, please.
Okay. Good evening, Sekou.
This Hendrik from Belgium, right?
Yeah, this Hendrik Jello from Belgium.
Okay, go ahead.
I would like to talk about the press conference that we had today. It's really laughable and it's so funny that we would think that the Liberian people are stupid. You were in power for 6 years and we saw a massive looting of our country resources, funds. You got rich overnight, building mansion and all sort of things. We saw it, the Liberian people saw it, and as a result of that, they thought that the Unity Party could have been better. That's how they overwhelmingly voted for the Unity Party. And you talking about you trying to threaten our peace and that Jefferson Koji. You know, they're not one woman, one crazy child. And you think that you crazy and other people are more crazier than you. And secondly, I will ask you, Brother Sekou, to go and watch the life of one of the CDC so-called party leader. They call him Lester Tenney. I think you if you can remember.
I know Lester Tenney.
He had, during the scene, we have government, he had called them out for their corruption and told them that when the next government come in power, they were going to persecute them. So today he had a life telling them, say, are you stupid? Then he was sending a message to the so-called summit too and say, how can you allow an uneducated, unsophisticated, and stupid man like we have to use you and make you to steal? At the end of the day, your head is the one that is going to be chopped.
Thank you.
You know? So
thank you, Hendrik. Yeah. So let's leave it there and let's go to the next caller here. 216 number, last 4 digits 6106. What is your name and where are you calling from?
This is Emmanuel David. I'm calling from Brooklyn, Ohio.
Emmanuel from Brooklyn, Ohio. Go ahead quickly. 1 minute.
So let me get my 1 minute point quick. I think I would disagree with Chairman Yato and the senator that gets spoke. Because if you say that or George Weah was corrupt, I mean Joseph Walker should prosecute a past government official and his own minister of state that is in the cookie jar should not be prosecuted, then Liberia is not going anywhere. Because before you talk about somebody who is dirty, you must be clean first. So if Joseph Walker cannot prosecute your own people and you want to prosecute other people, the international community will not take it serious. So we should not be behaving because so hate. The United Party, they were corrupt and they started protesting right after when John got to power. And the ANC joined them. What ANC couldn't say we will not join you because you are corrupt. Up to now, Kumi not speaking. So if somebody speaking, why they get listening? Why they want to behave that now? But it's only for certain group of people. Up to now, no opposition party speaking, only CDC. Kumi needs to be speaking at that time. I can remember me, John at that time Kumi was speaking.
They were all part of the June 6 protest, June 7 protest. Joseph Boga, Commies, and all the other opponents. You're right. But thank you, sir. Let's go to the next caller here. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? 763 number. Damn.
Good afternoon, Sekou. This is Pastor Cummins. Quickly, 1 minute.
Go ahead, Chief.
I just want to help one of the brothers who came on and say President Weah brought peace to Liberia. That's a myth. So what will you say about fishbone? What will he say about the group Witness, this group of mothers who sat down in the sun? What will he say about the mothers who went to the last peace accord in Ghana when we had only 1 week for Lur and Model to overrun Monrovia? And will you say that it was George Weah peace? The peace we enjoy today was not a peace by George Weah. It was a peace by God first. And all Liberians, well-meaning Liberians that wanted peace. I just wanted to help the brother. Thank you, Sekou.
Thank you so much. Neighbor.
I was just about to draw that in a minute, but I took it from my mouth because there's whole myth about Georgia bringing peace to Liberia. I really don't understand it. Then what we say about Suzuku, the Toban and Timothy group always Julie and the craft for peace because the last time I checked, there was this army child soldier as well.
So, mom, before we go anywhere, I want you to I want to see your reaction. Neighbor, something happening. I don't want you to be muted. Just fix it so you can be conversational. Don't mute yourself. Just make sure that you can do something where it can be echoing. I want you to be part of the conversation.
Yes, sorry. You know, it's not easy, but sorry. You know, the calls, the text messages back to back. But actually, I really enjoy. I think the second to the last caller.
Abraham.
Yes.
Abraham. Hello. Yeah, mom. Maybe nothing is not. I'm hearing myself. Yeah, Abraham, go ahead quickly. Okay, Abraham, left the line. Yeah, so mom, go ahead and react to the callers based on everything we just heard.
Well, it's the same old thing. It's a politics as usual. They will defend both sides. Like I said, like bro, is a classical. People are not even frowning on the idea that more than $188 million got stolen over the past 6 years. They could care less. It's about using the Constitution to defend their political leader. Someone talking about Georgia bringing peace to Liberia. I really don't know about that. Like the men of God just, regularly said, because I know there are a lot of people that contributed to the peace, including ECOMOG on August 1st, 1990. They were the first group of men that landed on that soil to bring about peace, and all the other accords, whether it was a Cotonou, the Akosombo Accord, every country that participated in bringing peace to Liberia. But in the world of Georgia and CDC, they brought peace to Liberia so they can be the one to trigger the instability of the country at the switch of a button, because that's what they believe. So whether you're persecuting them, you bring in war. When you stage a protest against them, you want to bring war, they will form a counter protest. So at the end of the day, now I understand why some political leaders believe that this is a waste of time in their energy. Because if you got a country that is so hooked up on the politics rather than doing the right thing, then how do you even fit into the conversation? Because if the very Constitution says that you can provide blanket immunity for a president, that you can steal unlimited amount of money, you will be immune from any prosecution, then Jada Burger might as well run it up to the nearest 10 by stealing like 190 million. Since CDC left here at 188, he could run it up to the nearest 10.
But Jada Burger could possibly be impeached.
Well, it remains to be seen.
And locked up.
Yeah, it remains to be seen, because I know our lawmaker, Common Yellow Machine, they cannot even take a definitive stand on it. They know that it's against the law, like the previous government. Like I said, every time we discuss the future of Liberia and Georgia and Joseph Burger are involved in the mix, it means it's a loss for the country, because you can never get nothing better out of those two. We will keep defending one side, the other side will come and defend the other side. So at the end of the day, I bet you now, people are talking about, oh, Georgia said you cannot cherry pick, but he cherry picked. I bet you if he was to be given the presidency 6 years from now, he will start the prosecution from Joseph Burger administration. He's not going to prosecute himself. But at the end of the day,
and Mon, before you end, you know why it's like that? Both Joseph Burger and George Weah are incompetent. They are not the one running the country. They don't have independent mind. They don't make independent decisions. They are ran and controlled by their followers. That's exactly what happened in Joseph Burger. Everything Joseph Burger people doing right now, Joseph Burger needs job on it, but people didn't doing it. Joe Weah, same thing. Joe Weah used to sit down, in that plan, they call it Kennedy or whatever.
I call it play.
He used to go say, you go
Jamaica result.
Jamaica result. He used to go sit down there, McGay and the other would do their own thing. So exactly that's what's happening. If you have incompetent people who are inept, that don't have what it takes to be president, that's what you get.
Yeah.
But if Joseph Burger wanted to be taken seriously, and unfortunately, he's not the one running the country. His sidekicks are the one running the country. If all of that, they want to be taken seriously, if they want to really see justice, they won't have put in their hand in the cookie jars, started stealing, engaging in everything John Weah did, then coming after now, then you say you're coming to start prosecuting. That's my disappointment. Joseph Burger would have been the best person to prosecute George Weah, do anything. had Joseph Boakai not putting his hand in the cookie jar, engaging in nepotism, in corruption in their life. They cannot even defend. Then they want us to take our eyes from that and focus on he persecuting people. No, I can understand. There are a lot of people that got bad feelings about their experience with George Weah. Some are personal, some are political. I can understand. But this is not George Weah government anymore. It's Joseph Boakai government. And Joseph Boakai, a lot is expected of him. Anything that will contradict that, definitely people will come to speak out. Go ahead, among if you conclude.
And people always talk about all the other opposition leaders not speaking. How many times Simon Freeman has spoken in recent time? From the yellow machine when he came up with this idea that we could literally turn our economy into an agro-based economy. How many people ever get the time to read this article? When they listen to this call, because I believe they listen to this show, they see some of this show.
All of them.
When you listen to the feedback from the caller, why is even motivating you as a third party candidate, whether you are the Cummins or the Clarence Moluba, the War, or the Simon Freeman? The last time I checked, it was Simon Freeman. I was telling Joseph Boakai that the investigation that was conducted at the LDEA, they've been holding it, that he should release it in the name of transparency. But how many people how many of your callers pay attention when even the opposition are in the mix? No, it's a classical. It's Unity Party versus CDC. Anything one can do, the other one can do better. So at the end of the day, you are wasting your time. No need. It's a waste of energy. It's a waste of resources because the people themselves who are the victim, they are not victims. They are accomplices. Everybody here to play defense for their own political leader. Nobody is thinking about the country because I know in any logical country, when you hear a report from the General Auditing Commission that more than 188 million within the space of 6 years cannot be accounted for, you will see a righteous anger. But in the case of Liberia, no. Everybody coming to defend their own criminals. So it's a waste of time.
Yeah, let me take the last two callers, then we'll go back to the panelists. Hello?
Second, you call me or what?
Yeah, because you're calling while people, while you're talking.
No, man, I'm sorry. I think I mistakenly dialed.
Oh, okay.
Listen,
No.
real quick. You got a call already?
Yeah, I got two callers. I got a lot of callers here. I just taking because you were calling while Chairman on the line. That's why.
Yeah, I just wanted to inject something real quick.
All right, quickly.
And please, just a minute. Simple. Here's the thing. I keep hearing people talking about, Joseph Boakai got a discretion to audit what he wants to audit. But mind you, the LSCC, that's the reason why they give them prosecutorial powers, and they are independent. They don't have to wait for Joseph Boakai to authorize anybody to be audited. It lies in the purview to decide what case to prosecute. Okay? So this is not a case that, George didn't do it or Ellen didn't do it, so and Joseph Boakai can decide what he wants to do. No, that's not the case. The LSCC, so I just wanted to get that straight. The LSCC, it lies in the purview to go after these cases, based on what it did fit. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to inject that point in message.
Yeah. Everyone, before you go though, that point is a valid point, but I can tell you, George Weah LSTC recommended to George Weah ministers in his government that was supposed to be prosecuted. George Weah did not add on it. In fact, George Weah went and disrupted the entire LSTC because of that. So George Weah is as corrupt as Joseph Boakai. My problem with Joseph Boakai is not supposed to be start with corruption before you go after people who are corrupt before you. That's my only problem. But George Weah is, yeah.
I mean, we are saying the same thing here. I'm just saying that the LSCC will say independence. They should be in a position. They don't have to wait for a president to give them directive what to do, because why? They reconfigured them and they got a prosecutorial power to go after those audited cases. That's my point.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a valid point. Let's go to this person. 206 number. 206, are you there? 206 588 Are you there? You can't be listening to the radio. While you are on the call. Listen to your phone.
Yeah.
All right. What is your name and where are you calling from?
This is Favor. I'm calling from Seattle.
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, Favor, is my issue, man. Thanks, brother, for the show, man.
Thank you.
But you see, Favor, I want to ask you this question because some guy here you speaking come like real colloquial. When they talk about Kelly, you know what is Kelly?
Do you know what is Kili?
Yeah, if you know what is Kelly.
That role.
No, Kelly is the one that hold the money, right?
I don't know what the other one.
Okay, I want you to be the Kelly between Monk and I. Alright, because Monk just said something, I can see it. They hit. Flowing all through Monk B and bull for Judge Weah. He said that Judge Weah did not bring peace to Liberia. But I want to put a 1,000 bet on the national platform. I will bring my evidence on YouTube and let him bring his evidence and the pastor that just spoke. So we will take it to a bet. Let Monk answer to this. I will bring evidence on YouTube so that you will play it for the entire world and Liberia to see it. If Judge Weah did not bring peace, we are not here talking about love.
Oh, but when I
Yesterday, when they brought walls and they
so hold on one second. First of all, you say Mom hate George Weah, and you can see the hate. But my man, ain't you called to have a conversation? Give me a chance now. Okay. So more I cannot defend Mom. Mom can defend himself adequately more than I can do for him. But what I'm telling you, Mom and all of us, the opinion we express on here is not based on hate, it's based on issue. So I want you to take it that from there. Maybe Mom can go excessively on George Weah, if you think so. But Mom's opinion has nothing to do with hate, personal hate for George Weah. I know that for sure.
Yeah, but he just said like George Weah did not bring peace.
Okay. So now I want you to prove. Okay. Provide the evidence to us. Okay. We'll take the bet. I believe Mom will take the bet. The $1,000. You make sure you give it.
The SKTV. Then I will take the bet. Send your owner the $1,000.
Joe Weah.
So you can prove to all how he brought peace to
I don't know. Can you provide to us the evidence? Okay. Send a YouTube link to us.
Let me send the $1,000 before you send the YouTube link. Then I will send mine.
Okay, Mom said if you send $1,000, you will send his too.
Then you can send her YouTube link.
Oh,
who joking here?
My man, you just called
$1,000. Let me send the $1,000 on cash out. Then you send your YouTube link. Then you prove to all that he brought peace to like.
I can't touch you the cash app number.
Yeah.
So you send your money and send the YouTube, and then Mom will send his too. Then we'll come on the platform here. We have the conversation.
And you show me Mom evidence.
Yeah.
Of course.
Of
course. If you send yours, I will send evidence of Mom too.
Yeah.
Why not?
And then let me know. I want to know how will the competition be.
Oh.
It's gonna be. You can come on the platform here. We invite you. You come on the platform here. You will be with one of the panelists. Then we'll play the video of both, and then Mom can make a case too. And then the public will be the judge.
Okay, all right, thank you, Segu. So what number I should call you if I want to contact you? I just send my money to cash out.
No, I'm gonna text you the cash app and the Zelle number of SKTV right after the show.
And your direct number because my money not going.
I'm gonna send you the message through my direct number. I will send you the through my direct number.
Okay, brother.
My direct number is not a cash app number, it's Zelle number for SKTV, but I will text you the SKTV cash app number through my direct number. Okay.
All right, brother. Thank you. I wait for it.
All right.
SKTV about to get our first money for the Friday before we even collect money on Friday. And then he sent it.
Hello, caller. What is your name and where you calling from? 763. Yeah.
Please make sure that they send me a link. This is Pastor Cummins. Please make sure send me a link that day, because that $1,000 you guys will need the $1,000. I will only give 2 clips. I'll try to reduce those clips into 3 minutes each. The brother is saying that George Weah did more than Susuku. We start with Susuku first.
Yeah.
We go to all the different accords, and I hope that he bring that money. I hope that don't corrupt money, because I don't take corrupt money.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah,
All right, Pastor Cummins. They all challenge, yeah, not easy.
Yes, I don't.
That challenge back and when they hear him and sleep.
Years, 15 years as a journalist, Sekou, you know me. I got no doubt in the media. I challenge that brother. That tape he talking about, I know it. You will bring that tape. Only Joshua versus Suzuku. Only Joshua versus Suzuku. Suzuku will beat him hands down. Hands down. Only Suzuku.
All right, Pastor Cummins. Thank you so much. No problem. I'll make sure you will be sent the link and you'll be on the.
You know how many chapters Suzuku had in like bro? When I was a beginning elementary school, Suzuku, do you know how many chapters they had all over the country in the butchers?
This person will be the last caller. Then hit the 2-hour mark. Then more and myself. Then we'll close it. Caller, what is your name? Where you calling from? 216.
This brother Wallace calling.
Bro, Wallace from where? Ohio.
Ohio.
All right, Ohio. Go ahead.
I just want to ask, why would a pastor want to play camel? Or a pastor want to
No. The money not going to him. The money not going to him. Don't even. No. Hold on. No. The pastor name was mentioned. The guy said Mong and that pastor that was speaking. So his name was mentioned, and he's not taking the money. The money going to come to SKTV. Both Mong money and the guy money, whoever wins the money.
Yeah, come to SKTV.
Yeah, but because, let's look at this way. Because for Easter, if we watching YouTube, the only person who can see talking about peace, it was George Weah.
Yeah.
Let it put their own evidence out too. We want to see them.
My man, the evidence never come here. The evidence coming right here.
Yeah, we'll hear them for that. Let it put their own evidence out. Because
no, all the evidence coming to SKTV, we will play for everybody. Yeah. They put in Labra and around the world. That's your opinion of him, so one can defend himself on that. Not me.
Oh yeah, for sedition, everything is hit. You can't be objective. You gotta be a hit. You gotta be hit.
Thank you so much. So, Mom.
Yes.
Do you really hate Weah?
How can I hate George Weah?
So
when George Weah come to Minnesota, there were even times that we even want to pick him up from the airport. George Weah and myself in the same ethnic group. I see myself in George Weah. George Weah was groomed by his grandmother. I was groomed by my grandmother. I spent most of my time with my grandma. I just know that when it comes to leadership, it's not his strength. I know that for sure. Even when George Weah come to Minnesota, the older brother that passed away, one of our big brother here, I think you heard about him, the Patrick Chick. We would be around George Weah all night lecturing, socializing. Why we are hate George Weah? It's just the reality. What the jokers don't understand is the fact that when you are an athlete, every time there is war or political instability, they use them for marketing purposes. They call them peace ambassador. Beckham is a peace ambassador. Ronaldinho is a peace ambassador. Messi is a peace ambassador. So when we talk about peace, they use musicians, athletes. They carry them, and to mumble last people. But can you tell me definitively that Georgia brought peace to Labrador? That's a lie. When you go to Haiti, they play even a charity match between the Brazilian national team and the national team of Haiti in a peace solidarity because they were athletes. Shakira, I can name all the celebrities that have been given peace ambassador title. So can I tell you definitively that Ronaldinho and Messi were the one that carried peace to Haiti when they first had their peace accord? No, these are just standard operating practices that you usually leverage when you're having war. When you're in a war zone, you bring athletes, you bring musicians, you bring other people in the entertainment industry. And there are tons of them that have been given that title. You want to tell me, I grew up in Liberia looking, you know how many chapters Suzuku had in Liberia? How can you tell me, okay, Georgia went across the land. The question is how many times he did it as compared to Suzuku? Then I can say the same thing about Cry for Peace or Julie Andy. They went to all the 15 counties in Liberia performing and even helping the disarmament process. So can I say that Julie Andy too brought peace to Liberia? Why can I give her some credit? Come on, man. He bring that money with either with ease, and SKTV won't even have to generate money on Friday. Let him bring a video clip.
So don't make your argument why the competition has not started yet.
That's why I say I can win that argument in my sleep. He can bring 10 videos. They will not stay. I will win that argument any day.
The competition is here to start. So don't come bring all your argument here. Don't bring all your weapon also until let the gentleman bring his video. You will bring your evidence or evidences, and then the gentleman will come on the platform. Pastor Cummins will be here, and the public will be here. I listened to somebody saying that the only thing Donald Trump hate is the code. And Donald Trump hate to be prosecuted. He said, but now Donald Trump is about to be prosecuted by a real prosecutor and in the biggest court in the whole wide world, the court of public opinion. So we are about to have this conversation in the biggest court, the court of public opinion. And the real prosecutors are the people. And they are the judge. They too. They are the judges too. But I can tell you, I know exactly what's going on. I was in Liberia throughout. I was in Liberia when Chancellor was president. I was in Liberia when Chancellor was kicked out Liberia, out of Liberia. The very day those Marine came down, when the helicopter were dropping them off at a free port in other area, I was there. So, and I was there when Omi, came as well. So I know exactly, what's going on, but it is what it is. We are about to leave now, caller. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, we're leaving now.
That's a good program.
Yeah, 30 seconds.
Yeah, I want to ask some questions.
Yeah, what is your name? And where are you calling from?
My name is Jesse, calling from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Go ahead.
Yeah, my question here is, what time do we have for peace in Liberia? Is it 1990 or 2003? He waited for 255,000 people to be killed before he brought peace. So what time? Someone you ask the quarter. What time he brought peace?
Yeah.
2003, and when Chancellor left, or what?
Wow, that's a very good question. I don't know which one because there are a lot of there were a lot of peace deal in Liberia. There have been a lot of calls, Akosumbo Accord, Accra Accord, Abuja Accord. So there have been a lot of. Well, when yeah, all people are my man. Those are very important questions, but just make sure you come here that day. We'll have the people there on that are challenging each other, so you can be able to ask these questions.
Yeah, we'll ask a question because
Yeah.
what time? So we had looking at his presidency, and that's true. He said a lot. That's the one thing. So what time he brought the peace?
Yeah.
All they call who when they to bring their call the agreement. All the one factor they didn't agree. Who don't want to go this now? Was he ECOMA or was he the ECOMA?
Yeah, but Joe Weah put an argument is that Joe Weah accused Joseph Boakai that when he was going to Ghana and other places to preach for peace, Joseph Boakai then was holding arms. Joseph Boakai was the chairman for Local Defense Force, according to Joe Weah.
So they want the allegation you can get into, is that right?
Yeah, Yeketu said Joe Weah was also sponsor of Model. So the whole thing here, LeBron's story is the most complicated story.
because my girl Lima Bowie can say she brought peace too. Because if we're using that standard, then she don't want to be the one that carry the most accolades because she's recognized worldwide as one of the major.
Because Lima Bowie received
a Nobel laureate.
So LeBron's situation is the most complicated situation in the whole world.
Yeah, at least the whole world recognizes her.
Even Gaza get a problem with us because we know Gaza can't understand our.
Yeah, because it's another thing when the woman spoke the beauty, they said that Unity Party statement, they agree with the woman. When Lima Bowie spoke, they wanted to kill that woman there.
Yeah, but you know the party part.
Yeah.
Anyway, my brother, thank you. You know the party all the good things are Unity Party is just like Ghanaian. Every good thing are from Ghana. Opon. You can hear his name, Opon. He's from Ghana now. Every good thing that Opon was at his peak, the Ghanaian people say that Opon. Every good thing that Opon, that Ghanaian, Unity Party, all the good things are from Unity Party. There's a bad guy. Joe Bagai stealing that good stealing. Joe we are stealing the embezzlement and corruption. Anyway, folks, I want to say thank you to all of you. It was quite an interesting, conversation. I really, really enjoyed. Hopefully, you'll all be here tomorrow. I said I wasn't going to come, but people, there are certain people, who think about, what our country is going through, and think of those people who benefit the most from these shows we are making. You don't want to stay out because people need these educations, to be honest. Because sometimes you would think that a lot of people are aware of certain things, but then when you say A, you'll be surprised to see how many people will be surprised at what you say.
For sure.
Especially this provision of the Liberian Constitution, Article 61, that talks about president having unlimited immunity. Monk, not only the immunity, but when you say any act, when you say any, that the president cannot be arrested, detained for any act. When you say any, that means everything is
fair game, including stealing.
When you say any, now I mean anything. You say any act done by him while he was president. And to have so-called educated people in that country understanding this portion of the Constitution, and they continue to operate like that, and somebody tells you they're fighting corruption. How are you going to fight corruption? When those who are the most corrupt people are giving immunity. More, you see, that's why when I make the moral argument that Joseph Boakai does not have the moral latitude, the moral ground to stand on to prosecute, because by law, they are giving a clean slip.
To steal too.
To steal. So that's why they only focus on other government officials, ministers, and presidential appointees. Otherwise, the prosecution, let me tell you something, Monk. A lot of United Party people are disappointed today more than you. Many United Party people believed that this investigation or any prosecution by the Unity Party government, they thought it will have included George Weah. They believed that George Weah would have been included in the prosecution because their target is George Weah. They want to shame him. They want to disgrace him. They want to do everything to George Weah. And for them, it's not about justice. It's not about holding people accountable for doing the wrong thing. For them, it's about retribution. It's about paying debt. It's about getting back at George Weah and seditions. It's not about justice. It's got nothing to do with their intent to clean Liberia up. It's all about paying back. It's all about George Weah. They feel that George Weah became president, that George Weah was not the qualified person to remove them from power. So they are so angry with George Weah that George Weah came and took their daily bread from their mouth. So they want to disgrace him. They want to attack him. They want to do everything to get at him. So that's why I'm telling you, this is nothing about witch hunt, nothing about showmanship, and nothing about a distraction. They are stealing. They are taking the Labrador money on a daily basis. Joseph Boakai is engaging in nepotism. That one too is clearly stipulated in the Constitution. Nepotism should not be encouraged. This was the government. I mean, this was the party that actually accused George Weah of appointing everybody from the Southeast. Joseph Boakai said, George Weah didn't do good with it. I'm going to be appointing people from my family.
Oh, yes, for sure.
You accuse George Weah of appointing people from the Southeast.
Southeast.
You go here Southeast. You go here Southeast. You go here Southeast. Joseph Boakai telling you.
Maritime, everywhere Southeast.
Yeah. All the things you do, that Southeast. I'm going to do it for my number one for my family, number two for my tribe, then number three for my country.
And that was a violation too, because the same law called for ethnic balance in the government.
Exactly. That's what I'm telling you. So Joseph Boakai is saying everything George Weah did, I can do it better than him. And Joseph Boakai supporter, they think simply because they have power now. That's why I don't want to give them any power, any leverage. I will not support their action. If Joseph Boakai is going to come here and start on a clean hand, have some kind of, credible government, appoint people based on their qualification and competency, do the right thing, and be straightforward when it comes to corruption, and be somehow considerate of other political parties who are people who are qualified from other political parties. Give them job. Make sure you champion some level of unity. And then you say, you know what? Say we're starting like this now, everything is good. We can unite our country, but the country will not be better. It will continue the corruption. So those who were corrupt, those who have been stealing for our country, we gotta hold them accountable. So that will serve as a deterrent to the will-be corrupt-minded people, so that they will not do it again. Then you have some moral ground to stand on. But you coming here, you sleeping your children there and your nephew there, your corrupt-minded people then exploiting the country on a daily basis. Then you say you want to hold somebody responsible. You want to prosecute people. We start stealing the money. So Joseph Boakai got no moral ground. And the way Labrador looking right now, really, the law not even enough to hold people accountable. Only morality now can save our country. If you have no moral, you have no integrity, you have no iota of honesty in you, then definitely you will do whatever Joseph Boakai people they are doing right now. Because after everything Joseph Boakai is doing, you'll go free. Because we don't have the legislature that could actually impeach and prosecute Joseph Boakai. They cannot even impeach him to remove him as being incapacitated, let alone talk about corruption. Because they themselves, they're taking $700,000 for 2-3 days. They take him for nothing, $10,000. They're taking $100,000, $80,000, $45,000 costs every 3 years. Who they going to hold accountable for anything? From Ellen Johnson Sirleaf all the way to Joseph Boakai, they are all rogues. They are all criminals. Our system of governance is set to enrich criminals and corrupt government officials, starting from the House of Representatives, the executive, and the judiciary branch. They are all corrupt. So we need some sober reflection as Liberians. What can we do collectively to change the direction of our country? That's why the call for action by diaspora Liberians is encouraged by all of us. People who are interested to be a part of it. This is not about any political party. It's about Liberia. So those people that have been calling, that have been organizing to have diaspora Liberians unity against corruption in Liberia and to fight to change the course of our country, I think everybody should sign up for it. And this is not intended to promote any individual or political party. It got nothing to do with Cummings, it got nothing to do with Wagai, it got nothing to do with George Weah or any other political party. This is about Liberia. If we don't stand our ground, if we don't put our foot down, trust me, now, not only this generation, but even the next generation, they will not change Liberia. We have a lot to our advantage, including social media. You have the education, you have the resources. All you need to do is to put in the work and sacrifice some time to change Liberia. Monk, let's get the closing from you so we can take it.
Well, I think your closing argument just sum up the entire day, and that's what we've been preaching on this platform. Until the people can get past Unity Party and CDC, the whole country is doomed. And we keep saying it. We said it before, even the elections. The reason some of them will come here and insult you and tell you, oh, you hate this person, because they want you to take a side between those two. That's just the reality. They want you to take a side, and some of us will not take a side. Because we said, I prefer losing an election if I cannot get a better result for Liberia. You are interested in winning an election. And at the end of the day, you are the biggest loser because the people who you are electing, they're not moving the country any forward. You are back to square one. You said Madam Sally was corrupt. You came to Georgia with your emotion. You say he can manage your country. And then international body come tell you, say, after 6 years, you are worse off than where you were 6 years ago. The other people say, no. We came from Georgia. We should go back to Unity Party. Well, in fact, it was because Unity Party would get Georgia. Yes, you won the election, but where you are? Square one. So you are not making any progress. We told you, and we keep saying it, we are not taking a side in this fight. If you cannot envision the country, if you cannot make better decisions, you'll be getting the same old result. Even though you might believe that you are winning an election, but the country is the one that is bleeding, and the bleeding is yet to stop. So, Sedition, you can come here and say all you want. I know. When you are given the mantle of authority, you can persecute. You cannot tell a sitting government how to prosecute cases. Matter of fact, the same man who's talking about witch hunt, he was the one that kind of watered down the function of the LACC. Even though he said he gave them prosecutorial power, by the end of the day, he disrupted the operation. So you want me to sit here and come out, blow trumpet for him? No. For you, most of you got to think with your heart. For me, I think with my brain. So I will always be on the opposite side of you, because for you, it's politics, it's all emotional thing. You got to prop all your political messiah or whosoever you claim to be your political messiah. That's your problem. And this is the reason the country cannot make progress. In as much as the moral argument, I said it 3 days ago, I said it 2 days ago, I said it yesterday, I will say it. The moral argument and the political argument will always be there. We cannot be calling for accountability and at the same time disrupting the process of accountability. On the moral argument, the Unity Party, they are big-time losers as well, because they are equally as corrupt, if not more corrupt than Georgia. I'm not going to change my statement. But when it comes to the political argument, the vast majority of the people will say, you know what? Joseph Boakai said his hands are not clean, but at least he creating a picture of accountability. Even though I know here that that's not a route, because like when we said it, and something that we have said that the only thing I agree with is a distraction. It like I'm stealing and you want to take the spotlight from on me and put it on the other guy. That one him and say in total agreement, because matter of fact, it was even the SKTV that came out with that concept. And we always keep telling you, whenever this guy try to shape the political discussion, they always invent a story. When United Party had Joseph Boakai administration had the worst start as far as I'm concerned in my lifetime when it comes to governance. But guess what? Every time we held them accountable, there were another breaking news that would distract you. So this one is nothing strange. For us, we don't play politics yet. That's the difference. But for you, you want a political analysis. You want something that confirms your existing belief. And some of us, we are not going to do that, because at the end of the day, we see the country is not making progress. Any day, Joseph Boaga and Georgia are in the conversation, it's a losing day for Liberia. And we keep saying it every single day because you're not going anywhere with either of the two. Mr. Kanye, I'll leave it there for the day.
Yeah, my man, that was this was a very good show. And can you imagine? Yesterday we told the people and say you gotta help us pay our bill for SKTV.
Oh no, Friday, I get it up to Friday.
$280, we get
Yeah.
$140. Come on, man.
We always threaten to take a sabbatical, we gotta take one. I
Yeah,
will get it to Friday. If they gotta do at least 40 on Friday. On Friday, gotta be at least 40, 10 extra because the 280 we couldn't even meet that benchmark for operations here. So we'll get into Friday, Mr. Comment.
So tomorrow, if the internet is not on tomorrow, maybe I'll not be on until we get money to pay for the internet.
We'll try to Friday. Friday we see.
No, maybe the internet will not work from today.
On Friday, eh?
Maybe it will not work from today. Because I told us since yesterday we got to pay for the internet and then the software, people not pay anything. So if the internet is off, then you will not see until we got money to pay for the internet. We got a lot of other things to do. That's why we have to do it collectively. If everybody pays small, okay, we can keep the platform going. But for me, that's what I used to do first. If things not looking too good on my end, I just take a sabbatical. So now 2-3 weeks I will not come on. And I will come on when I got money to put my set together. They come on. So this person here is B1. B1 sister. We have received the your contribution been given on YouTube. We appreciate it because that person not being doing Zelle or Cash App. The person being doing the YouTube thing. That one, it can be instant, but it can be put in the, we can get it some kind of way. But not a lot of people actually doing that. Not a lot of people following on YouTube. But YouTube is growing very, very big, and even YouTube competing with Facebook now. Yeah, man. All right, Monk. Somebody saying 15 now. So from that means you get one more. What? 240 minus 15. What? 225 to go.
I say I get it on the Friday. If we make it to Friday, I get it on the Friday. We got to do 40 on Friday. We got to do 10 above the normal 30 on Friday. That's the only way. If we can reach 40, you won't see me at the whole of next week.
You see all the guy that we're not on today?
Yeah.
Because we have to get the money too, You don't even know, especially for Top FM in Grand Gide, we have to buy gas, selling, and pay for the internet on a daily basis. You think the money I think you have to give, we can eat it? I wish I have enough to give that. I'll be asking you. Yeah, but somebody just sent $15. We thank you.
Yeah, we'll see on Friday. I get into Friday. Friday, my basket will come around. If we can do 40 on Friday, no, then I'm taking a break. Finally. SKTV.
Okay. One of the one of the major sponsors, of SKTV just texted me. He said, please let internet work tomorrow.
The internet shouldn't go up tomorrow.
Yeah, the internet shouldn't go up because she said they will try tomorrow. Because the thing is, Monk, I don't know whether you used to follow SKTV that time. There were times in the middle of our show, the internet will be buffering, sometimes it will go off. Sometimes when look at it, when they send viruses like that, sometimes the whole system will crash.
Yeah.
So I'll purchase on internet. The internet system I have is different from regular.
The regular one, yeah. That one comes extra protection.
When I do that, come and date all the things that we can do.
Yeah.
So I got an internet service that got nothing to do with what my children use, and because when I do that, then we'll be going down all the time. So
and not only that, you'll be vulnerable to attack because the children they go log on our website.
Exactly. So the internet system that I have, the speed is so strong.
Yeah.
That's why when we come on here, you can see any problem, any internet issue. And to do that, It requires money, and also you got to pay for this, you got to pay for that, and we got to take care of our personal, responsibility too. So it's not easy. We all just have to be helping ourselves in order to continue to educate our people. Yeah, but we respect those of you who have always been there. We really, really appreciate it.
All
And
right, guys.
we try to tomorrow or Thursday.
Tomorrow is Thursday.
Well, hopefully we'll be on tomorrow and Friday
Yeah.
to see how things gonna look like. But yeah, we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, Mom.
Yeah. So I think we'll
Man,
cover most of it.
we can take any challenges on, so make sure.
Oh, the challenge is on. That man, I will make sure we get $1,000. That man will be a pathetic loser and we'll do it right on camera. It's one thing to lose and another thing to lose on camera.
To lose in the court of public opinion.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so those of you who are involved in the United States politics, I can start do my own show when everybody put them finish. When you feel with Labrador put them.
Yeah, if you Labrador can stay for your American segment.
Sometimes late night I'll come on to do my American show, or later on in the evening to talk about American politics and give update on global issues, give some information on them, and also campaign, because I'm not going to hide. I'm supporting Kamala Harris. I want Kamala Harris to. I don't want anything that got to do with Donald Trump, in the American politics, because the way y'all say more, those that physicians say more hate Weah.
Yeah.
Me, I don't like Donald Trump at all. And the reason why I don't like him is the way the man can talk. The man more not get break. Sometimes he doesn't mean what he says, but his comment can encourage other people to do bad things to others. So that's why I don't like. I don't like him. He's not presidential material. I don't hate him as a person, but he's not presidential material. So I know more is on the other side of that, but that's why I don't want to do that here on SKTV. Or I'm not doing it, or we're discussing Liberia.
Yeah.
Even if I decided to do on SKTV, because I wanted to use the new platform that we created, Immigrant for Kamala Harris. But Facebook, you can't just create a page and then start going live right away. It needs some time. But if that one, you kind of keep waiting, we're not getting it, I'll be doing it on SKTV on different time. Likewise, SKTV is available. If more want to come on anytime to come campaign for Donald Trump and his business, or anybody can campaign for Bernie Sanders or anybody, it's not a problem. SKTV belongs to all of us. So yes, I will be coming here periodically to do show to encourage and educate immigrants, the one that have the responsibility, the opportunity to vote. Give them reasons why they should vote for Democrat, or especially Kamala Harris. It will draw contrast as to why Donald Trump is not an option. But I want to say thank you to all of you. We'll be here tomorrow. That doesn't mean when you're supporting Donald Trump, you will not pay, you will not support SKTV.
Yeah. Some people, they can put that emotion somewhere ahead of the politics.
The last time I got information, both here on the platform, and some people send me a message in my inbox that they're not supporting SKTV because Mong and were bad mouthing the women. So because of Mong and Steve, they're not supporting SKTV no more. They're not sending their money where our platform is used to be little.
One of them made a comment yesterday and said, Mom bringing web. Okay, the only time he bringing web when he joins the side attacking like bring women. Look, I was sleeping, I was still laughing at that comment.
Yeah, so I will ban more and Steve from talking trash about government women in the player, because you can't be the one to stop our people from giving money. Because some people can take things personal. If you say anything, do you know some of our key supporters that were supporting Commies, some, and let's say some, since the whole election thing went down, that was it. So they were not supporting SKTV because they believed in SKTV. They were supporting because they wanted to be coming here and be speaking,
Yeah, they won't use SKTV
yeah,
as a
in fact,
platform.
that's why they created the mindset that some people thought SKTV was actually ANC TV because that's the belief they had. But no, SKTV belongs to Liberians and Liberia, for everybody, even non-Liberians.
And second, not even on the platform, a lot of people that I knew that were engaged in the politics in Liberia, the moment the election came to an end, they just threw in the towel. You can't trace them anymore. Like apart from SKTV platform as well, like they took it too personal and they think it gets an electoral process. You believe in something that you believe in, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. You just have to move on. But to just say you abandon the whole process, you don't want to be involved. Like I know it can be frustrating, but that's not the right approach either way. It's just politics, man. You will not get the result you want that time, man. You move on.
Yeah. All right, my brother. Thank you, man. Thank you so much, folks. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. We really, really appreciate the support. Being here up to close to 3 hours and sharing the show all the time. It means a lot to us. So we really, really appreciate you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully. If the internet continue to work, we'll be here tomorrow. If it doesn't work, then we'll get it taken care of. All right.